My people, it's about that time.
Like a boss.
Live from the USA, helping you get paid every day. This is the boss of Bitcoin, the Cristo of crypto. It's your boy BK. And if you don't like me, you must not like money. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Today we are doing a live price analysis on Helium HNT. I'm going to show you guys what this coin is, how they are using it to essentially rebuild the grid from the inside out, decentralized on the blockchain, and most importantly, how you can profit as a result. So if this is your first time tuning in, congratulations, baby. You are now rocking with the best. My name is BK, also known as the Crypto Trader, and I'm the boss of these charts, as you will soon find out. Every day I grace this microphone with my voices. Another day you get to profit as a result, and today is no exception. So if you haven't done it already, make sure you like this video and subscribe. Click that bell so you get notified every time I upload. I do a video every single day to try to help you make money. I've helped tens of thousands of people learn how to trade crypto in the market, and my mission is to help as many people make as much money as possible. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Now let's go ahead and make this money. Did I mention we giving away free Bitcoin every single Friday? I go pick a random video, random comment, and that person wins free Bitcoin. This is my way to give back to the community, also get you engaged and help YouTube know this is valuable content. So all you need to do, shout your city out. We got a global community. Let me know where in the world you are tuning in from, and I respond to each and every comment that comes through this channel. So shout your city out. You never know, you might be next to win. So here we go. This is HNT Helium. I've known about this coin for quite some time. I remember back in the day, I think it was Mysterium that had taken on this effort of kind of decentralizing, accessibility to the internet. And that's one of the old arguments with Bitcoin. Well, what happens if they take out the internet? Then your Bitcoin is worthless. And I'm like, well, if somebody want to send us all to the Stone Ages, then Bitcoin gonna be the least of our problems. But until they do, it still has value. Oh, and by the way, if that did happen, say Comcast, Cox, whoever your local oligarch is, if they go out of business tomorrow, guys like this can actually rebuild the grid using their technology and the decentralized authority that they have begin to unveil to the world. It says the new wireless economy. The Helium network utilizes a burn and mint equilibrium model, which is accomplished through multiple tokens. HNT is burned out of circulation in order to use the network. Helium is the native crypto of the Helium network and only token that can be burned. So essentially this is an exclusive token to their grid. And, one of the things I remember like the internet, like the government, the Egyptians were revolting, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer. And the government like shut down the internet. Like you couldn't get on the internet. And then companies like this, not companies, but, ideas, concepts, entities started to go into Egypt and rebuild their internet on a decentralized form. So it was almost like a real world pragmatic use case for their technology. And that's when I started to pay attention. I was like, because this stuff is like already a solution for a problem that's just yet to happen. I think one of the cool things you can start to go into on this website, let's see, build Helium 5G, deploy 5G coverage. They have like a map. Where is it? Ecosystem. I think, nope. Resources. This one. Yeah, this is cool. Because this basically shows you, like, this is their grid right now. Like, this is where they have service at. And it's nowhere near the bandwidth or the capabilities of, say, Verizon or AT&T, one of those trillion-dollar companies that have been doing it for 100+ years. But, when you talk about decentralized technology, I think this is kind of the industry leader when it comes to rebuilding internet accessibility for the world. It's a very, very, very remarkable undertaking, and I think they've done a pretty stand-up job on, leading the initiative. And there you go right there. This is what I believe I remember talking about was, where is Egypt at? I should probably know that. North Africa somewhere. Ain't it up here? Like, I feel like Egypt is like over here where all that craziness is happening, right? So it's very interesting. This is Helium HNT. They are rebuilding the grid using distributed ledger. Currently, their price still relatively cheap, all things considered. $7.30. Right? Doesn't look like much, on a chart, but then you go and you say, okay, well, what has Helium does with comparison to Bitcoin? And oh my goodness, this has been one of the top coins in the world as of late. And that's why I'm doing a video on this coin to let you know that this is one of the best coins to buy. If you like money, you know what I'm saying? You like buying low and selling high? You like putting down 2 and picking up 6? Let me tell you something. Helium, it might have just doubled in price as of 30 days, but it is set to continue on the money train. Let's jump into the charts. This is we'll jump to a 343. Let me wipe this out real quick, guys. If you made it this far in the video, I most certainly do appreciate you. Hit that like button for me. It does a great deed in getting this message out to as many people as possible. Because we're entering a new cycle, we basically go backwards, and this is the Fibonacci that we will be projecting from, and you can see it already has resonance because it capstones out at the top of that cycle. Essentially, Helium has just cleared the 2.2 to 2.4. That's normally kind of like a limbo area, but this thing is on a mission. I don't think it's gonna stop until it gets to the top candle. Let me see this. So here, let's do this, because I'm gonna try to pin this thing down. So this is our stop level right now, and then actually I'm gonna paint this red because it's green on the Fibonacci. But basically, what that means is once it breaks through the yellow, then when it gets up to this level, it's gonna act as suppression, and it should. Just like over here, you see how it came up, acted as suppression, and came back down, right? So the same thing more than likely will come over here. How much is that? Is that another 8%? Because I think we can go higher, to be honest. Let's see. 12, 15%. And that's on Bitcoin, guys. This is on Bitcoin, and that's what I showed you on that chart before. That's 100% on what? On Bitcoin. You feel me? Bitcoin already gonna make you more dollars hand over fist over time. Point blank, period. HNT is poised to make you another 15% in the clear on BTC, right? This is how I grew this channel. I just jump on, pick the trades. I say jump on in. You know what I'm saying? Jump in, jump out like double dutch. Pick you up 15% and take it on to the next one. We don't need to take a loss. We don't need to hold the bag for 2.5 years hoping and wishing and praying that this chart will turn around. Like, no. Money train done left the station. You know what I'm saying? Only question is gonna be, is you getting on board or not? I need to get me some of them buttons like Crypto or Jimbo the Clown. You know what I'm saying? On Mad Money. You know how you got them buttons, Jimbo the Clown? You like that? That's his name. Man ain't helped too many people make money in crypto, but he's still selling commercials. God bless him. So this is set to continue going. That's why I'm doing this video. Honestly, it's 15 on the low. If this thing keeps running and peaks out, at the low level for a capstone, you're looking at 34% Bitcoin, right? And this is probably going to take place within the next 2 months. So it's a fast track to cash cow, and that's where this thing is headed. So HNT literally rebuilding the grid, one successful blockchain transaction at a time. And as a result, I think the market is starting to reward it. It's been doing a lot of great work behind the scenes. It's taken on one of the most notable causes for humanity. I think, all too often we look at our world and it's literally, oligarchy of a technology cartel. You got like 5 companies that essentially control everything. And so that's a threat. If one of those companies goes down or compromises its customers, or is, quote, hacked, quote, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know who doing the hacking, but ain't nobody saying nothing, so we just gonna let it slide. If it's hacked, like whatever it might be, companies like this can step in and still give humanity a viable chance to continue to move forward. I think it's a great company, a great mission, a great cause, a great product, and an even better chart. You're looking at 15 to 35% Bitcoin. And that's how you trade like a boss. You feel me? If you want to join me on my journey to change the world, if you want to make some money with the boy BK, can I tell you a secret? Tell you once upon a time, back in 2010, I was a waiter in a Mexican restaurant in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, working for $2 an hour plus tips. That was when I started to read Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I would read that book on my breaks in between shifts, and it started to open my eyes about what is money, how to accumulate money, how to evaluate time versus money, what are the different resources you need to accumulate wealth. And then in 2015, I got 3 letters behind my name from the great University of Notre Dame, and my eyes were forever open. Because they taught me about macroeconomics. They taught me about Keynesian theory. They taught me about micro, macro, fiscal. You know what I'm saying? About 10,000 hours worth of education went into developing the character that you see before you today. So when I say I paid the cost to be the boss, you feel me? Can't too many people walk that walk, much less talk that talk. And my mission is to change the world. I'm doing well on my way. And this is how you participate. Jump on in, come on in. The doors are always open. Join the money team. Drop your phone number in that box right there. I'm gonna go through. I update it every week. I don't do like every day. So actually, to be honest, the group that gave me their phone number last week, they got this trade last week. And last week was a completely different price on the chart. Right now, we at 1260. Last week was down here. So my people already up 30-40%, and I'm telling you right now, it's gonna go up another 20. All things considered. So if you want this information early, that's how you do it. bossofbitcoin.com. Drop your phone number in there, and I'm gonna send you a link to the thread this weekend, and we gonna keep this thing on wheels and keep on rolling. HNT. Now you know what it is. If you want to earn some free Bitcoin, leave your city in the comments. I'll shout you guys out in the next video as well. With that being said, everybody, it's that time of the day. Signing out. Boss. Boy BK, no matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through. Oh, wait a minute. How many videos y'all even see about helium right now? Like, this thing is #1 in the market. How many people even talking about this? So that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Real recognize real. And I've been looking familiar. No matter where you stay, Brazil to Bay, California, all the way back out through Money. Good night, good morning, and good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your time. Hit that thumbs up button for a player one time. Do that for me if you appreciate mine. Till we meet again, stay cryptic, y'all. Peace.
Like a boss. Like